seen a picture. I bring out my homies all the time, but my dude Tony, he's from Halifax. He's from Sackville, and he is it Renegade Records is a store in Halifax. Yeah. And there's a picture of you and Frank and someone else playing there back in the day.
Yeah, Matt's in that too.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Anthony tells me about that.
Matt was a guitar player. Now he's like day-to-day manager.
Yeah, into the management life. Shout out Gats one time. But yeah, like my buddy Tony was like, yeah, Neon Dreams. He's like, oh yeah, they played at Renegade Records back in the day. And I was like, what? And then he showed me a picture, and then I seen it surface later on in your guys' social media. And I was
There's a
like,
video of it on
so
YouTube.
Interesting.
Yeah,
it's so crazy because as I look around now, like a lot of my peers in my general circle are people from Halifax. Like even my buddies here, like Thomas, IMAC, all from Halifax. And
well, I grew up with Nick.
Yeah,
Sackville, you know
exactly. Nick, you grew up with Nick.
Yeah.
My best friend Anthony, like you, obviously Frank. The fact that Jason's moved there, it's like Halifax is like just an the connection between Halifax and Newfoundland.
Halifax is crazy.
Been interesting.
Yeah.
It's
really cool to see the music scene that has evolved out of Halifax over the past like 5 years.
Absolutely, and I must say,
like Famba, Bishu.
Straight up, it's and just the advent of like, well, just it being much easier to produce in general for everyone. But yeah, like I remember when I was up there, Famba was like just getting off BP, and he was like, I got it. I'm not coming out for taquitos tonight, guys. He's like, I got to produce. I got to get off, and I got to have this in by the morning. I was like, that's so dope. Like everyone in the house just grinding and different little.
Well, yeah, because there was that one apartment building where almost everybody lived in at one point.
That was my favorite place to go in Halifax. I'll tell you that, dude.
So Corey, Jason, Frank, Famba.
Everyone except for you for a while.
Craymac lived upstairs, and then I lived in a unit downstairs.
Right.
Yeah. But they had like a 5-bedroom unit that was upstairs.
Dude, that unit was a laugh.
It's hilarious.
Is anyone still there?
Jason's still there.
Okay.
Kramak's there.
Okay, so half the guys are still there.
Half of them are still there. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, that was wicked.
Corey lives in Enfield now, though.
Yeah, I seen he just bought a house.
He just got a house, yeah.
I remember we were there during when Trump was getting elected. So I remember that night. Yeah, you weren't in town at that point.
No, we were on tour.
Yeah,
I remember
I was
that.
staying in Frank's room.
Yeah, we were in Red Deer. I will never forget that night.
I
like,
will
Trump got elected. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like literally sitting down with like Famba and Craymac and like.
Yeah.
Definitely Craymac. I don't remember where Famba was. It was me and 2 or 3 other and your dudes because I was staying in their house. Yeah. And I remember just like looking around and I was just like taquitos in my hand. I'm like, Trump just won. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, because you did that tour.
Yeah.
At the same time we were gone.
Yeah.
With Bishu.
I think that was kind of by design. I think
Jason,
Daryl kind of planned it like
you
that.
And Bishu, right?
Yeah.
And Nick.
Yeah. That was a good tour.
Crazy.
Bishu, he's a hilarious cat.
Yeah.
Shout out Bishu one time.
Man,
his Twitter, crazy ass remixes.
His Twitter is like the funniest thing in the world.
He's such a dope guy.
I don't know if you're still on Twitter at all, but Bishu's like the king of Twitter. He just like comes up with the most insane memes ever, and like his stuff goes viral on Twitter.
He's so good for it, man. He's like the epitome of everything he needs to be. Do you know what I mean? Like that's such a vague.
But
statement.
he's actually like that in real life, though. That's the funny thing is like this is not like a character that he's built. This is actually like what he's like. I dropped a desk off at his house the other day. And he just like came out shirtless with AirPods in with his Juul, and like that's like his Instagram is. He goes, "Hey, sup? Yeah, you can't come in right now. I'm sick." Blah blah blah. I was just smoking his Juul. Takes the desk. I was like, "Okay, man." Like,
oh, dude, he's such an interesting cat. I'll message him after.
I love that he's doing vocals on all the songs now too.
Yeah, I know. That's sick.
Because it's really good.
I
was in LA with him, and he showed me like 100 rap demos that he did. He's like, I might put these out, and they're all crazy.
I love it. He's definitely spitting.
Yeah.
And he's just
dude. Like all like Juice WRLD vibes and like all that stuff.
Oh, dude, he kills me. I got a funny Bishu story. Like when we went on tour, it's like we're in this like just like 5-seater van. So it's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Me, Jason, Nick, Bishu, and Bernie.
Yeah.
Shout out Bernie.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all the seats. So we're like on top of one another, and Bishu had the whole tour. He's like, "Yeah, I don't wear socks in my shoes," and that was the thing, like the whole tour, and his feet smelled really bad, and he was like sitting there with his leg crossed, and I was in the passenger seat, and his foot was just here, like twinkling next to my head.
I think I heard this story.
Yeah, and I was like, I nearly snapped. I was like, "Drew, I know we just met, man, and I fucking love you, but you got to fucking move your feet. And I was like, I need to do something about this. Like, so I literally made Jason pull over, and I bought like pine saw, like the little tree things that you hang in your rear mirror, and we just hung him on his toes.
That's hilarious.
And that was so I could sleep. I'm not kidding, because
so
I couldn't sleep because it was so rank. Like I was there, like wanting to throw up in my sleep. Shout out Drew and your stinky ass feet.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so the scene. It's just crazy that there's like an actual scene that came out of Halifax.
But man, you guys also did a lot for it too, because it's like I didn't know much about what was going on in Halifax until I met you guys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I knew there was basic, Atlantic Canadian folk stuff going on, like all the classic ECMA stuff, and fucking some Matt Mays and. Where's Matt Mays from? Hallie?
Halifax.
Yeah,
Dartmouth.
Yeah,
Dartmouth.
And so like I knew all that was gonna go, but I didn't know about the electronic scene, and then I heard about you guys, and then I heard about at the time Deza and all those boys, and fucking
Deza had a wild year.
I've not known.
You've not known.
Let's talk about it.
His album was like front cover of iTunes US. Like
shout out Deza.
He's killing
all
it.
Homie wants to do is Playhouse. I love it.
What did he play? What was the festival he played in? A State of Trance. He played State of Trance this year. Like how
no,
nuts
he didn't.
Yes, dude.
Yo, shout out Deza one time. We're gonna have to link him up, dude. Yeah, congrats on a good year. I'm sorry I didn't know.
He played Digital Dreams. Like he was playing all these big festivals.
My dude, that's so awesome. He's just making beats with his dog all the time.
Yeah, I mean, and he had a wild year. He was on Armin van Buuren's show. Like what? Yeah, you know that like podcast that he does where people come and do guest mix and all that stuff. Yeah, he did that.
Holy crap!
Yeah, Dez had a wild year.
Fuck yeah! Shout out Dez, man.
His album's really good.
I'm gonna have to give it a listen,
really
man.
Good. Yeah, it's like 18 songs or something like that, and it's just all progressive house. Like,
of course.
Yeah.
He came over to work on a track with me and Nick when he was here once. He's like, "So what do you want to work on? A little bit of Jack and House. Jack and House is good." And then right away started in. Next thing I know, I'll come back 5 minutes later.
He's someone that works in FL.
Yes,
and does. Like the old one, he still hasn't left. He's still in like FL9.
He's one of those cats. He's an old man. He's like, I'm not.
And he's still like using old synths. Like he uses like the 3 oscillator synth in FL.
Who gives a shit, man?
But you know what? It's
people
like,
make good music. Then.
It's like he's stuck with that, and I think that's like what his sound is now. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
It sounds like old progressive house stuff.
And it's interesting because like that's an interesting way to develop a sound, like in general. And I think David Guetta gave this piece of advice, honestly, in a video like in 2009. And he was like, honestly, if you're just trying to develop a sound, like make a couple kits, make like 5 kits for yourself and just use those. And he's like, same thing with your synths. And it's like, and when you think about it, it's like, in a way, that's really smart.
If you know how to work those sounds really good. Then,
well, it's similar to like how we grew up writing and just like in bands, which is like, listen, this is your guitar, these are the 2 pedals you've got for Christmas, and that's really all you fucking got. So you got to make that work. And it's like, well, what does Homie got? And it's like, all right, well, he got that. Maybe we'll switch. Maybe we'll do this. And you just kind of work it out until you make it work. Next thing you know, you got a band. And it's like, and I mean, it worked for you guys prior to where you guys are today, which is fucking great. But I feel like that might. I feel like more producers need to take that route just to simplify things.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Just
I get
thinking
lost
about it
with
too much.
Doing too much gear and stuff like that.
Well, the fact that like Splice, Shout Splice, beautiful fucking piece of software. But it just Splice sounds. I love it. Like I literally, but I don't need to go look for samples anymore. And if I go too far in this Splice world, I'll never come out. It's literally like a wormhole. Like you're just like, oh, I'll need these samples one day. And you get inspired by so many samples that you're like, I just can't make all these inspirations right now.
I started producing strictly like with my guitar all the time now.
It's a great idea
because I find I'll just do too much sampling, and it's like I need to create my own stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, honestly,
you know what I mean? Because I'll play like one guitar riff, record it, and then I can like finish a whole beat off of just that, like just the guitar riff that I made. You know?
No, I follow you completely because recently I've had to, as you can see, no one else can see, but I got that old school keyboard and then a microcord, and I was like, I literally just need to use these. Like I got contacts, so I was like, I'll run MIDI to the shitty keyboard and get some just like good piano sounds out of that, and then I have the microcord for actual like. Analog / digital synth. I don't. It's not an analog synth. I don't think. I'm pretty. It's.
Dude, I don't know.
I gotta look that up. Yeah, like I don't fully know because I know it's fully digital, but I feel like some people are like, no, it's technically analog. Anyways, anyone who knows, comment.
I'm like the worst with gear.
Yeah,
I have drummers ask me about gear all the time. And I'm like, dude,
I like it.
I'm like, dude, I don't even own cymbals. So, because I just rent because I was.